Hi. So, yeah, you're just getting it from my computer chair today, but I'm going to do a quick book tag. I think it's called the Quarterly Crisis book tag. I don't know. I'll leave it down below. But yeah, essentially, this is to. Since we're now a quarter of the way through the year, that's kind of scary actually. Yeah. I thought I would do this tag. Like I said, I'll link all the other information below. Yeah, I've got the questions in front of me. So, the first question is, how many books have you read so far this year? I think the answer to that is 56. So yeah, I'm quite well on track with books so far. Yeah, I'm at about 56 books. And considering I set my reading goal of 5, I think I'm doing well. Question 2 is, have you already found a book you think might be a favourite? I have about 3 that could be my favourite books of the year. One is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is a retelling of Carrie by Stephen King. I just love the whole the different elements of it, and yeah, there was so much about this book that I enjoyed. I gave Monday's Not Coming 5 stars a couple of years ago, and every other time I'd done Tiffany D. Jackson, I didn't find one that I liked just as much, but this one has been a 5-star, and it's brought Tiffany D. Jackson back up for me. I might try a couple of the ones I haven't tried yet. The second one is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. I loved this book because it brought together like 2 different people to try and find justice for the murders of their sons, who were just like it. And it was nothing to do with race because it was a black guy and a white guy. So yeah, it wasn't anything to do with race, but they were sure it wasn't an accident. So they teamed up with each other to try and figure out who killed their sons or why they were killed. And the third one that could be a favorite is The 10th Kingdom by Catherine Wesley. I really love like fairy tale retelling and like kind of environment where they get sucked into a world they didn't ask for. And I just liked the fun elements of this book. And compared to the last 2, this is the most fun of the options. But yeah, those are probably the top 3 for this one. And then the next one is any 1-star or least favorite books of the year so far. For me, that would have to be Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. Yeah, normally if I think they're going to be 1-star, I DNF them because I don't have the time or the patience to be reading bad books. But yeah, one that I did read all the way through was Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. It was just kind of a dull book. Like, I was promised like a horror type of story, but that's not what I got. It was more of a romance between these 2 characters, and in the last like 30 pages, it brought the ghost into it. Yeah, it just wasn't what I was promised. So yeah, that's got to be my least favorite book of the year at the moment. Next one is most read genre so far. For me, this is actually surprisingly romance. I wasn't really a big romance reader before this year. But yeah, I started getting more into romance this year, and it's actually kind of been emphasized in my stats. I'll put this, I'm not going to put the stats on the screen because it didn't ask for anything else besides most read. But yeah, romance is my most read, which is surprising to me. And then a book that surprised me. I'm not sure. I think... Oh no, wait, I can't count that because I read that in April. I don't know how to answer this one. Don't think I had any that like overly shocked me, or that I was surprised that it would have been more of a surprise that I liked it. But yeah, I can't think of any. If I remember one, I'll put one on the screen. But yeah, I don't think I have an answer for this one. And then book that's come out that you want to read but haven't yet. So a book that's recently come out in 2025 that I haven't read yet is Elfie, which is the prequel to Wicked and about the Wicked Witch of the West's childhood. I really like the musical, and I really like the story in Wicked, so I'm interested to see what Gregory Maguire does with his version of the story that takes place before Wicked. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to reading that one. And then one book goal that I made myself that I'm succeeding at: using my library more. This year I made a goal for myself to use my library more often than I did, because I never used to use it before. But yeah, I've successfully used it every month so far, and I intend to keep going. So yeah. One goal that I need to focus on more. I think reading for enjoyment, because I've been doing most of my reading for connected to either a video I'm doing or a readathon. I need to just take a month to just read for myself and do books I want to read. I need to focus more on that for the rest of the year. And then new to me, booktubers, bookstagrammers, BookTok. I don't really, as much as I want to promote them, I don't know any, because I have a very specific bubble and niche of what I like. And I also don't have enough free time to start exploring new booktubers. I barely have time to watch the ones I already liked. Yeah. Okay, and that was the last question. So this was a really short video, but yeah, this is just my first quarter little tag, and I'll catch you guys in whatever I put up next. Bye!